The quality of your software requirements really dictate how much trouble you're going to have when you get to this stage. We believe in, I kind of think of it as there's 4 C's for a good software requirement. It needs to be complete, correct, concise, and you need to be able to confirm it. So complete as in each requirement in your software requirements needs to express a complete thought. It might mean that there is a button on the screen that does this. There is the ability to handle the intake of a patient's sample. There are workflows that hit the patient data input and the screen outputs. Those all might be different requirements, but each requirement should be a complete statement or thought. Just like we learned back in grammar school that each sentence should be a complete thought, so should each requirement. It needs to be correct. That seems obvious, but it needs to be reviewed that it's correct and it doesn't conflict with other requirements that are in the document. You wouldn't believe how many software requirements documents that we've looked at or that we've seen where you can kind of pick out 2 or 3 in the same section that all conflict with one another. Mm-hmm. So, and that really helps to get, it's really helpful to get people that are not even necessarily deep into the software development process to give those a look through and make sure that it makes sense to them. Good software requirements should make sense to pretty much anybody that reads them. So they should be concise. One of the biggest places that we see software requirements problems are in big, long narrative requirements, when it really should be broken up into maybe 10 or 12 different requirements instead of a paragraph. Mm-hmm. Testing a paragraph in phase 3 with software with concise, followable steps that can be repeated, trying to test that the requirement has been met when it's 15, 16 sentences long, is really, really difficult. And it leaves a lot of openness to interpretation. So it's really important that your requirements be concise. And finally, they need to be confirmable. So having good requirements that are testable, that don't say things like, the system must run indefinitely. You can't test a system indefinitely, mm-hmm. So how would you ever know if you met that requirement? Mm-hmm. It shall be easy to use. How is it easy to use? That needs to flow down into very specific requirements, because you can't test, is the system easy to use? It's great to have those goals of being easy to use and being 100% uptime, but you need to have a confined, confirmable requirement that you can test. If you follow those kind of 4 C's at the beginning in the phase 0, it makes phase 3 way, way, way easier. So that's big tips for verification and validation of software.
If you found this video to be helpful and would like to learn more, or if you'd like to learn about another specific software development related topic, let us know in the comments below or send us a message at info@psi-software.com.